There's been years of debate and disasters downriver. The New South Wales government is now formally committed to raising the dam wall at Warragamba. The Premier insists it will save lives and homes in the event of another flood catastrophe. But sceptics fear it's a shallow promise. Joining me live now is Hawkesbury Mayor Sarah McMahon. Sarah, thanks so much for your time. Are you a sceptic here about the Warragamba Dam wall and what will happen?
Absolutely not, Laura, and thank you for having me on your program. For years, I've been a champion of this project, and Hawkesbury City Council has a resolved position to support this very significant infrastructure. So we are beyond pleased with the announcement by the state government yesterday, because after years of this project being talked about, we just want to get on with getting it built to protect lives and livelihoods in the Hawkesbury Nepean Valley floodplain.
Why is Dominic Perrottet's plan better than what Chris Minns has proposed, which is reducing the water levels in Warragamba Dam, although he hasn't said to what level?
Yeah, I think Chris Minns is actually taking the easy option out here. I think that governments need to take really big decisions in their roles, and building something like this is a legacy project, something that will be around for generations. And I think when you look at the cost factor as well, I think Chris Minns wants to look at lowering the dam level as well as building more desalination plants. Now, at the end of the day, that's a cost to you and I and every Australian or New South Wales resident through their taxes. And I think that we need to, it's not just about the infrastructure, it's about the long-term cost to the community as well. And I think through the EIS and the other studies that have been done so far, the Warragamba Dam wall, the extension of that by 14 metres stacks up to be the best option.
Okay, it's expensive though, and we have been through periods of drought. We're going to go through them again where the water levels get really low in Warragamba Dam. So is there a risk here that you build a white elephant?
Oh, definitely not. I think that all Australians know we go through cycles, we go through wet seasons, we go through dry seasons. And as the leader and the spokesperson of the Hawkesbury community here right now, when we've endured 4 to 5 floods in the last few years, when we've had hundreds of homes inundated and a huge cost to our community in terms of mental health and anxiety and loss of homes and pets and things like that, I have to look at what's the best for my community down here on the floodplain. And that, of course, is supporting the raising of the Warragamba Dam wall. We also have another commitment as a council that we resolved back in July. We have a meeting next week with the New South Wales Water Minister, Kevin Anderson, to talk about changing the legislation around the dam to not just be about water supply, but to also be a flood mitigation dam, that when we are in these wet periods like we're in now, there is an opportunity to lower those dam levels. Now, that's a conversation that I look forward to having with the Minister next week to see where we can go. But we do as a council believe it needs to be a little bit of both.
Okay, Sarah, thanks so much for your time this morning.